It is repetition which makes for perfection.
Okay. That was the warm-up sketch, guys. That was just getting me kind of comfortable with drawing a very skinny Venusaur. Alright, so now this one is going to be so large. There was violence on this stream. I got reported to the powers that be. Okay, now there's the tongue, its movement. There's the eyes. This one's much creepier. Okay, okay. He's got this weird old thing here. There's stuff that comes down here. And then he's got a tree, but this tree, like his tree goes straight up in the air. This tree's like a little bent. And then he's got other things that kind of grow out of here. Eyes. I think the eyes to me are what's going to define this drawing. Like, do I go cartoony like that? On the other ones I've done, I think that's the thing that probably changed the least. Well, he looks very tired there. He's tired of being drawn poorly. That's exactly, I know the feeling. Just give it reptile eyes, guy, dude. Just give it reptile eyes. Like, what is a reptile eye? If it's a frog, does it have that thing underneath? No. So heavy, he's like being crushed by the weight of his. Now the body starts over here, so the arm would come out here. Okay, yeah, okay. Now und. Screen goes dark after a couple minutes. The chat is fine. The rest of the computer, I'm on an iPad. Is it a Twitch issue or a Mac OS issue? Someone said they had Chrome. Was it doing the same thing? I mean, you just have to tap the screen, of course. It's a minor inconvenience, but all right. Let's bring this one home. There's something odd with the eyes. I'm looking at the original sketch. I do like the fact that it's these ears, they go to the sides. Got it. Let's check out. Okay. And then I do like the idea of a big mitt kind of coming forward. Like on a rock. Like that. Okay. And then like a big jungle cat, it's got his other mitt right there. Do that. Well, it's not. I'm not watching the app. I'm watching on the browser. Maybe that's the problem. Now he looks a little sleepy. Okay. Okay. There's the nose. Okay, so the eyes go in here. Where's the brain? The brain's right there. Here's the optic nerves. Sometimes it's useful to draw the insides to kind of get the placement of things. The optic nerves would go there. The eyeball would go here. The eyeball would go there. Tear ducts go here. The sinuses connect to the ears and the nose. Alright, let's try that. Now he looks sleepy. You know what? Let's go. What happens if there's no whites? It's all black. There's going to be a lot I'm going to do when I get to the inks of this, but I do want to figure out the major sort of points of difference between this and kind of my take on it. Maybe that eye's a little further, should be further out. When I go, that's not a good thing. Trying to get inspiration. Let's go like that. Like some of these, its appendages seem to come down to more of a stub. It's kind of interesting. Not very realistic, but I'm gonna go this way because I like the cartooniness of it, the exaggeration of it. How do you guys like this new drawing setup? It's a lot easier for me, drawing-wise, to do this. You know. Aside from the strange yellow tone of it, which I will adjust. I just need to put someone in this chair while I'm at the controls. Wunderbar. My worker, my G. My worker, who I shall not name, worker 1228, worker 1138. This is the most ridiculous looking of all. Right? Am I right? He looks happy. Okay. Okay, now. Okay. And this is the foreground, so the foreground. I'm going to have this black shadow that goes here like this, and it's going to come off to the side to give it form, and then that's going to connect and create a shadow there, and that's the ground right there. Okay. Alright, I could probably start inking. Does anyone know, on a palm tree, do these things go down or up? Meaning, do they go like that, or do they go like this? I think it's like this, right? Can someone verify? Oh, look at KO1X. Oh, a Venusaur. No problem. They go up. Ooh. Don't I live in California? Yes, but I'm always in a car. So palm trees are always at a distance and blurry because I'm driving by them. For those of you who are celebrating Memorial Day, any plans today? Or is this it? Nothing wrong with it, just this? No judgment there. After all, I'm here on this side, at home streaming. And I'm drawing this, and it looks a little blurry to me because I don't have my glasses on. It kind of depends on the time of day too, but I can see Goot Ganoog. Is Venusaur a female or male Pokemon? I learned something new today. Which is, I thought I was nerdy, but not really. Not in comparison. The Squirtle Squad, yes, yes. Think of them like animals. Got it. So Venusaur is like zebra. I just thought it was like, oh, this one is named, her name is Venusaur. No, that is wrong. They are Big Boss 138. They are animals. You catch and trade to fight on your behalf. They're sentient, right? They can talk. Can Pokemon talk? Like Groot. Got it. Got it. Do they have different dispositions, or are they like breeds of dogs, like animals? Are they like, all Snorlaxes are tired, sleepy, or are there some industrious Snorlaxes? Modulating this line a little bit to give it a little bit of a rough feel. I okay. My whole understanding of Pokemon has been fundamentally altered today. The only time a Pokemon may look different from the rest if it's shiny, aka a rare and different color variation. But even within breeds of animals, that there's a distinctive look. But I would say, like, it sounds like all the Pokemon, like all the Venusaurs, look exactly the same. Or is there slight variations of difference? Someone said a flower in the bulb, or a bulb in the flower in the patio, or something like that. Oh yeah, Batman 160 comes out this Wednesday. Plug, plug. Okay, I'm wondering if I should pull out the brush here. Yeah, I think I'm gonna pull out the brush, the old brush, because that will speed things up and also answer some questions for me. And when I say questions, it's like, okay, if I make this black here, does that have to go black there? If that goes black here, do I need to put it up here? How do I handle all this, right? So let's go ahead and Greek out. Think of them like animals. Okay. Think of them like animals. Got it. Okay. Did not think about that before. Grandma Venusaur. Wait, are there different age Pokemon? Are like. Okay. So if I show this to someone that's into Pokemon, they would go, "Oh, Venusaur," right? Yeah. Or they go like, "What is this? What is this frog with a patio on the back?" Absolutely. Huh. I have to say this. A number of things had happened to make this stream possible. One, an extra long USB cord to this new this 4K cam right here. For whatever reason, that same extension cord on a old webcam C940 or 920 did not work. Technology is the weirdest thing. It's built off of a digital system where you're taught like it's all black or white. It's 1 or 0. It's not like analog where there's a curve or waves where you get a spectrum of outputs. No, it's digital. It's either on or it's off. What if it was the same thing with like relationships, personal problems? You know what I'm saying? The answer is go to sleep, sleep on it. And you know what? That actually probably is pretty true. I would say a lot of people tend to make rash decisions in the heat of the moment when they're emotionally invested or over-invested maybe. I like to have a couple life lessons in each of these streams, so that's it right there. A little bit like Godzilla skin here. It's conditioned. A little too much radioactivity. Your skin gets all. Okay, there's the ground. good brush that I grabbed. They're all a little different. This one, once I got the hairs lined up, it turned out pretty good. Okay. It's good to put the black shadows there because it just like will pop out that top there, and then I'm gonna put some black shadows underneath the chin to make the head pop off the body a little bit more. It's all about line weights, kids. Now for the eyes, what am I going to do with the eyes here? And let's go and try and do what I was thinking, which is mostly black. Okay, now let's go ahead and do the fronds. Not the fronds, whatever, the palm tree. The fronds. The fronds? Those are the leaves, right? Okay. And lastly, the shadows against this ridge line here. And I think that should round out the inking phase of this sketch. we're waiting. Just got to avoid the areas that are still wet. It's like when old people try to use like kid slang. Kid slang, you know what I'm talking about. Kid slang, or just commonly called slang. I don't know why I put that modifier in there. Kind of ease that transition, a little gradation hatching. Just pulling out some of the shapes here to make it pop off the background. Let's see if I can fix this eye here to what I want it to look like. Yeah. A little heavier lid here. There we go. He looks sleepy. He always looks sleepy. Venusaur does. So you're saying I did it correctly? All right. I'm in deep concentration because I'm not talking. But I can talk. Not with this iPad. I don't have Streamlabs open, so I can't call out the people that are subbing and supporting the stream. If I had my, I should really just have my laptop over here and set it up. Okay. Blue Cat TV, thank you so much for subbing and supporting the stream. Yura Ra, Janella, Epic Line 87, Janella again with the bits and the cheer, Cybri 666, App 1, Nereo TV, Eric Villain, Scree Ankh. Thank you all for subbing, supporting the stream. Appreciate it. Thank you, Janella, for all the generous cheers. Okay. I knew the stream would go long, but I didn't want to promise anything. I think I said it was going to be an hour. Looks like we're going to hit the 2-hour mark here soon. And, yeah, I don't know. I thought these were all unique one-of-ones, but they're just like animals. Might be better if I ink it like this, in this general direction. Now I'm just doing kind of textures and rocks and just kind of creating some things of visual interest. So it looks like the ground, texture, shape, line weights, all these things. There's no way to really teach this part of it. You just kind of do it, trial, practice. Question is like, when do you stop? How do you know when you're done? You don't. You just keep doing it till you're, I don't know. Art is a weird thing. You can teach it. You can recognize it. You can teach it. But it is all subjective at the heart, I think, right? I mean, there's some rules, but the rules are even based on subjectivity. So we try to bring some uniformity into it all, but at the end of the day, what is art? If it's just stuff that follows a certain set of rules and guidelines, is that really art? No. That's one way to define art. I don't want to get too deep in this because I'll lose half the audience. All right. Is it clear enough? .1080p. Okay. Thank you, Pandemus. I know I'm hungry because I'm starting to think about what I'm going to order for lunch. Da, 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 da. So I've been thinking about the stream a lot, and obviously I want to be more regular, consistent. I have the artwork that some winners won to get inked online on stream, so I've got that queued up. Portfolio reviews. I'd like to kind of go back and do a couple of those. Gonna bring back the silent auction. In fact, I think I'm gonna silent auction off this piece here. I have those, the initial drawing which I ripped up, and I will give those away actually. So that's coming up. What else? Oh, the draw-alongs. I want to do that as well. Although technically anything I stream could be a draw-along, although I don't necessarily give you guys the art tips as I go and do the things. I don't go like, okay, now draw. Think of a triangular space and draw that. Yeah, you know, people, I think people are going to look fondly back on COVID. I think. I don't know. Because people had to really figure out how to bring normalcy back and meaning back into their lives because their jobs, you know, going to work was sort of taken away from them, and people quarantined, isolated with their loved ones. I don't know. It brought a lot of people together, divided a lot of people. I get it. But you know what I'm saying. What other regular things from the stream would you guys like to see brought back? I think someone said like, oh, I want to see you stream a whole page. I can do that. That might be a late night one though. Like a 5-hour stream. I can bring that back to it. Now, the trick here is to kind of go back in where I put the brush strokes down and redefine the silhouettes so it doesn't look like brush strokes, right? Brush strokes have a very distinctive sort of signature, and so I am trying to make it feel more organic. So look at this side compared to that side, right? So that's been modified, and that's straight brush strokes, which to me looks like brush strokes. Got it. Yeah, because I've slowed down in the streaming, I think the art books, the sketchbooks have become less frequent as well. That said, I got to be close to having enough stuff for a third art book. PK on here again still? Getting there for sure. I think after I do 147 more of these, that would be cool, right? Oh, it's got, I forgot, it's got something up here, like, squeeze them in here. So I have a lot of like straight, harsh black and white shapes in here. I have a little of the noodly kind of almost black kind of fine line cross hatching, which I like. So that's what I'm going to introduce now. That's like the second to last kind of thing I do. The last thing I do is, well, if I do smears, I do that. Then the very last thing is then the whiteout effects. But this is a good way of kind of introducing texture and fine detail. Just kind of prevents it from being a very contrasty, pure black and white piece. It introduces a lot of grays, right, which add nuance. People seem to like that. Nuance. If you don't know what that means, all right. And let's all right. These are like some last minute claws here. Obviously I have to white it out so that they pop. And let's see, let's go ahead and beef up that black line there. Hide that fang a little bit. What is the environments that these Pokemon live in? It's the real world, right? It's where we live, correct? Or do they live in a prehistoric time? You know what would look cool? Like maybe some Tiger 2 tanks rumbling over the hill and a couple like A10 warthogs coming in, just laying down uranium bullets. That would look cool. Don't go catching waterfalls, because you got to catch them all. Can you squeeze a Pokemon trainer in the distant background? I wanted one more frond to go in like this, so that's what's happening here. Let's smooth this one out. There was an earlier call in chat for a hidden Goku. Okay. Yes, it's the Benedict Cumberbatch Goku variant. All right. The idea of a gray on black there, that looks pretty cool. Do this. Okay. I like how the paper also created a little bit of a frond texture. I like how the gray kind of almost adds a I've whited it out, but I do like some of the colors, those kind of colors, like the texture was bring to the end of the leaves, the palms. That look cool. It would flatten it out though, having that background schmear come into the foreground elements like that. So ultimately decided against it. And then the white faces. We'll make droplets. So let's go ahead and put some of those down. And then some rain falling off. College of Hard Knocks, get it, get it? So PK, do you have the means to do a silent auction on this? Well, meanwhile, I'll set up the random draw for the there we go. And then let's clean up some of the edges of the whiteout so it doesn't look like the nib of a Pentel that defined the line itself. There we go. Important thing about shadowing, kids. Very important to create three-dimensional form. Will bring a lot of interest to your drawings. For instance, look at these teeth here. They have a shadow, cast shadow, which makes them pop off. Look at these teeth over here. No cast shadow. Do not pop. Now as he pops. Okay. But you can see a little bit of the top. I'm laying it down. Well, what a joy to stream off the drafting table again. I'm telling you, I think I just had PTSD thinking about drawing on my computer table on my mouse pad. So I'm going to go back in and touch that up. Like so, if you look at that, that looks like paint on paper. I want it to look like a raindrop. So I'm going to round that out. Same with these down here. Dark Shadows there. Not one of one, but one of many, just like animals. Just think of animals. And yeah, so this is my take on it. This is the 4th one I've done in the series. The goal is to get to 151 someday. If it went to a regular auction, but I mean those are the pros and cons of both options, and thought I'd do a silent auction to kind of keep things civil. And then